Well, first tonight, queuing in the rain for essential help to make ends meet. Tonight, how a Nottingham's advice centre is being inundated with requests for urgent help. Well, official figures show that the city's had the lowest disposable incomes anywhere in the UK for the last 5 years. And I'm afraid the city of Leicester and Ashfield, well, they aren't far behind either. As our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
If you want to know what a cost of living crisis looks like, well, just take a look at this. This is the Chase Neighbourhood Centre at St Anne's in Nottingham. Over the last fortnight, over 600 people have queued here for food and fuel vouchers. Waiting patiently in the rain for £30 vouchers. For Lisa, it's making a huge difference. She's severely disabled at just 42 years old.
I can't buy clothes. I get my clothes given to me. So, it's really getting bad. And I can't see myself surviving if it gets any worse. I don't think I'll be here because my spine is collapsing and my health is deteriorating because basically, like I said, I'm not eating correctly.
Everyone fills in a form to prove they're on a means-tested benefit. Some get fuel vouchers too. Gracia moved here from Poland 20 years ago. Others are grandparents born and bred here.
It's a big, big struggle, even down to bus fares and things like that you have to cut back on, because of the prices of them, and to get out and about, to see the grandkids, to take the grandkids places.
Sometimes I'm struggling to top up my energy from my home. Sometimes I don't have, sometimes I need to ask someone to borrow me, Basically, they're doing a great job.
The average person in Nottingham has less to spend or save than people anywhere else in the country. That's according to an official measure known as gross disposable household income.
Is there anybody else that needs...
It's partly because so many wealthier suburbs lie outside Nottingham's city boundary, leaving more students and more people on low wages or unemployed.
We have seen a slight rise in the benefits, but that's nothing compared to the rise in food and energy prices. I think people are desperate, and I think obviously they're coming and they're realising it's only a one-off that they can apply, and I think that is throwing them into panic.
And they say many here were driven into debt because new universal credit payments can take weeks to come through. People like Angela.
I had no electric, no food, because I couldn't afford to get it.
You didn't have a proper meal for a week?
No.
What did you eat?
Bread, toast, that's all I could eat, that's all I had.
But it isn't just cities that have the lowest disposable incomes. This is what's left of the market up the road in Kirkby and Ashfield. Dawn's a single mum on universal credit.
I try and eat twice a day now so that the children can eat. It's wrong really because I'm diabetic, so I should be eating 3 regular meals a day to keep my blood sugars up.
So you're putting your health at risk really, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
That rubbish shop there.
And then we met Jeff, who spent decades down a local coal mine. You worked for 50 years, you paid into the system, you get a pension. Did you ever expect to be struggling so much?
No. It's lighter and easier than that way of struggling. It's a struggle.
And next week, back in St Anne's, they're opening a new counselling and support service as debt takes its toll on people's mental health too.
And Jeremy's with me here in the studio. I mean, this affects some people so much more than others, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think the cost of living might not be a crisis if you're on a decent wage, but you can see how a lot of people there really are struggling. And there are huge differences in disposable income across this region. And I had a look at the most recent official figures. Now, the average person in Derbyshire Dales had twice as much to spend or save as the average person in Nottingham. Nottingham, the only place in the country where it was less than £14,000, and Leicester was the second lowest in the country. Now, there is a lot of help, like those household support fund vouchers we saw there. Another idea from the government is extending free childcare, and they've just announced that that's going to be piloted in 2 areas of the East Midlands. They are the city of Leicester and the county of Nottinghamshire, which includes Ashfield, of course.
OK, Jeremy, thanks so much indeed for that.